Hi everybody and welcome to AJ's Table. Today I'm going to be showing you a very quick lamb recipe which doesn't involve any chopping. That's right, we're not chopping anything. It's all going to get mixed together with a load of dry spices and it's going to go in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour, and that's it, and then you're free. So I've literally just come back from work and I'm really tired. I don't want to chop anything. I'm going to throw everything together. So let me just introduce you to the ingredients. I've got about 1.5 kilos of lamb, and it's the leg, and I've got about 1 kilo of lamb again, but this is with the bones, so both leg pieces. To that we're going to add, the wet ingredient is literally just tin tomatoes and some lentils which are already cooked, so we want this to cook quickly, so it's all cooked lentils. So before I introduce you to the dry ingredients, I'm just going to show you how everything's going to go in. So we're going to place the lamb in here first. So let's see, we'll take about half of that. That's a boneless leg lamb. And this has actually got some bones in it as well. So that's for the flavour. So I think that's about it. So overall, I think we've got about 1.5 kilos of lamb. I'm going to go in now with the tin tomatoes just over the top. And I'm also going to add the lentils, which are already cooked. So just pour that in as well. Now the dry ingredients, in my last 2 episodes, which was the seafood boil and the garlic chili prawns, everyone asked me about these dry onions. You can get them in most Asian shops. And I like using the red ones. So I'm going to go in with about a cup of the dried red onions, not the fried ones, because that contains quite a lot of fat. And the usual, which is chili, so that's about just under a tablespoon of chili powder, about a teaspoon of turmeric, and then we've got onion salt. Even though we've used dried onions, I'd like to use about half a teaspoon of onion salt. The lemon pepper, that's about a teaspoon as well. Paprika, we're going to add a teaspoon. Some whole cumin seeds, about half a teaspoon. Ginger, we added some ginger as well. About a teaspoon of that. And about a teaspoon of garlic powder. Some whole peppercorns, about half a teaspoon, so it's about 30 of them there, I think. And we're going to add half a cinnamon stick, just stay in there. Garam masala. So this is a lamb curry, it's just that it's going in the oven. And I've got a teaspoon, that would do, of the pink salt. As I was saying before, this isn't as salty as salt. And a teaspoon, a teaspoon of ground black pepper. And I do have 2 vegetable stock. I'm just going to crumble that on top. Now, as I said, there isn't any chopping here. So the only thing that is going to get a little bit of chopping is the coriander stalks. And I've also got here some dry curry leaves. So about 10 or 20 of those. If you get these fresh, you can always just keep them in a jar and they'll stay dry. Oh, I almost forgot, we're going to add some tomato puree. That's about a good 1.5 tablespoons of tomato puree. So we've finished adding all our ingredients, and before we add some boiled water and the potatoes, I'm going to mix it. Massage the meat so all the flavour is spread around the dish. Something rather comforting about mixing this. Make sure it's all mixed in properly. There's not going to be any mixing in the oven. You're not going to be standing over a stove and doing this. Basically, you want to put this in the oven and then just forget about it. And you've got a whole 45 minutes or an hour to yourself. So that's about it. I think that's mixed well. At home, our kids always want potatoes with any curry that we make. So we're not gonna chop any of these up. These are just new potatoes that are gonna go in. That should do. And then I'm going to add about a cup and a half of hot water just to help it cook along in the oven. Remember, we don't want this to take a lot of time either. I'm just going to see if I can immerse the potatoes into the water. So the oven's been preheating for quite a while, and what we're going to do is cook the lamb for half an hour on 200 degrees, and then for the last 20-25 minutes we're going to turn it down to about 125. Remember, I told you this is really quick. So that's it, we're going to put it all in, and there's nothing more to do here. So let's put this in the oven. I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes, and I'm going to bring this up to 200, and I'll set the timer, and then we're going to wait for that to cook. So the lamb has had 45 minutes to an hour. I did check it after 45 minutes, but the potatoes needed a little more cooking. So let's just take it out. It's been exactly an hour. Wow, that looks amazing. And the smell in this house is just absolutely amazing. It's still bubbling away. The potatoes are just perfect. Just gonna cut through one. There you go. That is just amazing. So I promised you a very quick lamb dish in the oven, and that's what you've got. I'm going to plate up now, and I'm going to be using some red raw rice. So it's not the usual basmati rice you're used to. This has got the husk and it's a lot better for you. So let's just plate up the delicious, aromatic, easy to cook lamb in the oven that you've not had to stay and watch cook. There you go. Just gonna add some coriander and some spring onions. This is really hot, but the smell is just amazing. So I'm not gonna wait, I'm gonna dive straight in. Let's just go for the potatoes, a little bit of the rice. That is amazing. So please give this a go. I'm sure you'll love it. It's an absolute time saver. You don't have to chop anything. So this is from AJ's table to your table.